What is good, YouTube? Hopefully you're all having a good day, and today is going to be the very first podcast that I'm going to be doing throughout the season. And as you can see by the title of the video, we have a guest on here today for my first podcast, the DCTV Show.
Guys, what's up?
If you don't know the DCTV Show, I'm pretty sure you guys know him. If you're watching me, you probably know him. So yeah, go check his channel out. If you don't, I'll leave his channel in the description, and I'll leave one of his videos at the end of this podcast. And yeah, this is what I plan to do throughout the entire season. I plan to do one podcast every week. I plan to get at least one DCTV YouTuber every week. So hopefully I can get the people who I want to get. So next week is confirmed. Rogue Razor is going to be on this channel on the podcast for my second podcast. And we're going to be talking about all the episodes from Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. We're going to give our reviews and just talk about stuff in general, what we found interesting, any theories, etc. So today, because it's pre-season, because the shows are coming out next week, we're going to be talking about anything that we found interesting throughout the build-up to these shows. So we're going to first of all talk about the Flash season 4. Then we're going to talk about Arrow season 6. Then we're going to talk about Supergirl season 3. Then we'll talk about Legends of Tomorrow season 3 as well. So the first question I have today is, Ben, what do you think your favorite season of The Flash is so far? This is just a general question about The Flash. Then we'll get into season 4 stuff.
Alright, so overall I would say definitely for me, The Flash season 1, because I found the tone within the season like really fun and really enjoyable, and I thought the villain Reverse Flash was really intriguing with his twist at the end. I thought that was really good, and sort of the way that he went out and the introduction to time travel, the introduction to all Barry's powers. I just thought it was a really fun way to start off a show. So overall, I would say that's my favorite season. But like season 2, I really enjoyed. Season 3, people's opinions, I really liked for maybe the middle part and the first part. But then after the reveal, I was sort of went downhill a bit. But I really enjoyed Savitar overall. So definitely for me, season 1.
I agree. Season 1 is my favorite too, and I would definitely put it up there as one of the best superhero seasons. For me, like, we'll get to that a bit later on, because one of my other favorite seasons, or two of my other favorite seasons, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, but we'll get to that bit later on. They're in that conversation as well. But yeah, the Flash season 1, definitely my favorite Flash season so far. I love Reverse Flash. He's definitely my favorite Flash villain. And I just love everything about that season. It was very special. It was very unique, something that we never seen before. And it was also the CG as well. Even though if you look back on it, the CG, it was pretty bad compared to what we have now. But at the time, it was something that you thought they will never be able to pull off. So with the Flash season 1, it was special. And the Flash season 2, that will be my second favorite, and then the Flash season 3, because I don't know, season 3, it had so much potential. With me, Flashpoint was a very big disappointment, even though the episode itself was good. But the overall, general thing about Flashpoint, the whole concept about Flashpoint in the CW, I don't know, it wasn't what I was I wasn't expecting the full-on Flashpoint paradox like in the comics or the movies, but I just expected something a bit more than what we got, if that makes sense. So were you disappointed with Flashpoint as well, or did you like it?
So I actually really enjoyed the first episode, but like you said, I think if they had the potential, if they had maybe a longer count of episodes, they could have pulled it off. And because I really enjoyed the Flashpoint like paradox movie, the animated movie, I thought that was really good. They sort of didn't incorporate a lot of the storyline within the actual Flashpoint comic book arc, so I felt like if they included a bit more and prolonged it a bit more, it would have been better. And yeah, that's probably one of the main flaws of season 3 for me.
Definitely, I would agree. And yeah, with season 3 as well, Savitar as well had so much potential, and you can do you get this sense that they changed Savitar throughout the season, if you know what I mean by that?
Well, definitely. Well, we could tell, like, at first he was this like ultra powerful god.
Yes.
He was like this fastest speedster that we've ever seen, that we will ever see.
Yeah.
It seemed to be like that. And then when he got out of the Speed Force, he was like Barry could beat him up.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It was just a bit weird.
Exactly.
And even though I felt like they definitely intended for Savitar to be Barry throughout the whole season, I felt like, you know, the explanation was sort of a bit rushed.
Yes.
As to why Savitar is Savitar.
Yes, exactly. And that is the reason why Savitar is my least favorite speedster villain. My favorite is obviously Reverse Flash, then Zoom, then Savitar. And speaking of Zoom, what do you think? Okay, answer this question. This is not a part of the topics, but this is the bonus question. Who do you think has the best first impression of any CW show? Like the best first impression of any villain of any CW show?
So when they first popped up, you know, I would probably definitely say Zoom, because when he first popped up, I was like, holy shit.
Yes, I could.
Like, this guy is a flipping, like, literal living demon.
Yes.
I wasn't even sure if he was human when I first saw him. His costume's just freaky.
Yes.
So definitely Zoom for me.
Yes, agree. Same. Like the episode, the Flash season 4 episode 4, which was titled Enter Zoom. That was when Barry and Zoom first met. Oh my goodness! Like Zoom legit tore him apart. It was I'm lost of words. Like that is legit the best first impression I've ever seen on any TV season, in my opinion. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the Flash season 4 questions. How do you think Barry will leave the Speed Force?
So most likely, Cisco is obviously going to try and get him out, as we've seen in the trailers. So I think it's definitely, part of the reason, in my opinion, as to why he returns and how he's going to get out is due to, you know, the lightning rod theory that they have on the TV show and in the comics. So with Iris being kidnapped by the Samuroid, I feel like the Speed Force is going to somehow signal to him and, you know, tell him to maybe leave the Speed Force to go save him. So I don't think it's actually going to be to do with Cisco. Even though he's trying to get him out, we've seen by, you know, the modified Speed Force gun. We see it in the trailer whilst he's shooting it, and we actually see it. We see nothing come out, and we see Barry come out from a totally different place. So I do think it's something else rather than Cisco.
Yes, I agree. Like I was also going to ask on his own or with the help of Team Flash, but of course you just answered that question. So I don't know exactly how Barry is going to come out, but I think he's going to come out on his own. But if you remember in the season 4 trailer for the Comic-Con one, you remember Cisco saying that he's coming, shouting he's coming. Obviously that was making us believe that Team Flash was going to bring him out. But with the recent trailer, the other recent trailer for episode 1, it looks like Barry was coming out on his own, because you see him coming out naked and everything. So I don't know how, but I think Barry's definitely going to come out on his own. Okay, so third question. What do you think of the new suit, especially in the new photos released a few days ago?
To do with the new suit, I actually really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the look of it. I think it's a very new take on his suit, because in the past it's been very, you know, flat and pretty simple, and then with all these new subtle designs with the texture around his shoulder, we get to see the golden lightning bolts around his chest, and then we get to see his belt is a bit different, and then obviously basically I think it's a lot more detailed, and I feel like that's actually really cool, because, you know, it's been pretty simple with just a pretty flat chest, and there's not been much extra texture around the costume. So overall I would say it's a really cool looking suit, and it did look pretty cool from the short segment within one of the trailers where we saw him running with it. So I think the brighter tone of it is really cool.
Yep, definitely. Like I feel like it's obviously the 2024 suit. Maybe with like one or two differences, but they're barely noticeable. And I actually think this is one of the better Arrowverse suits in the entire Arrowverse, I think, because it's definitely a step up from the previous suits that we have for Flash. And I just feel like it's more comic accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, moving on to question 4. Do you think that DeVoe will be another Dr. Alchemy?
Like a split personality?
By that I mean, do you think in terms of how he was used, like we were led to believe that Dr. Alchemy was going to be the big bad for the season, but then yeah.
Personally, I think I would I would like that if I, well, to be honest, I'm actually not too sure, because if I go into the season, we see the Thinker and see how he is, and if I don't like him, I would like him to be, a Dr. Alchemy, but I'm not too sure of what to think of the Thinker, because, to be honest, I don't know much about him, and I think I really enjoyed the past Speedster villains, so potentially yes, but then part of me is like, it's his own villain, as it might be a bit repetitive.
Exactly. I don't mind the Thinker being the big bad because it's something different. We've had speedsters for 3 seasons running. I want there to be another speedster down the line, but not in season 4. I want to have a break from speedsters. Maybe get back to speedsters in season 5 with Godspeed or someone like that. I definitely want to see Godspeed. In fact, speaking of Godspeed, that will be another question that I'm going to add right now, but we'll leave Godspeed a bit later on. But with the Thinker, I just want to see something different. So the Thinker is something different. So I'm intrigued to see what he brings. But will he be a Dr. Alchemy? Honestly, I don't know. I'm inclined to believe right now that no, he's not going to be a Dr. Alchemy. He's going to be the big bad for the season because that's what they've said. But as seen in the past, writers can lie, producers can lie about what they say. So, you never know. Okay, so with Godspeed, would you want to see Godspeed in season 5 as the big bad?
Yes, personally, I would really, really like that, because obviously most of us DC YouTubers do read, like, comics, most likely, and I feel like his arc was really cool, and even though they didn't do it for so long, they did it for like 4 or 5 issues, I feel like extending it on the TV show in a different way, I think would be really cool, and hopefully, I'm hoping near the end of the season, because obviously Barry's going to be the only CSI, considering Julian's probably not going to be back in season 4. I do want August Hart, his non-speedster personality, before he's a speedster, to be helping out as a CSI. I think that would be really cool to introduce him before within the season, sort of like a Deathstroke type situation where he was in the flashbacks during season 1 and then he came in season 2. So something like that I would really enjoy.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. I want August Hart to be introduced in season 4, but not as Godspeed. Just have him be a reoccurring role in season 4, maybe at the back half. Maybe they will cast someone during the Christmas break, and then he'll play a prominent role in season 4, the back half of it, and then he will become Godspeed in season 5. So let's talk about Arrow season 6. The first question we have for Arrow season 6 is, what is your favorite season of Arrow?
Definitely season 5 for me. I know a lot of people prefer season 2, but overall I think Prometheus is my favourite Arrow villain. I really enjoyed him, and then after the reveal, even though the reveal wasn't that good, after the reveal his character was just progressing like mad, and I was like, he was meeting Oliver as his normal self, intimidating him, and I felt like Josh Segarra did an amazing job of portraying him after the reveal, and I feel like his character just made the season so good, and I felt like Arrow season 5 was overall like a really big progression, because season 4 was absolutely trash in my opinion. It was all over the place. So I felt like Arrow season 5 was a really, really strong season for me.
It was indeed. It was indeed. Now, I always have this debate among myself, which is the better season, Arrow season 2 or Arrow season 5? And before Arrow season 5, I was always saying Arrow season 2 is the best season of any superhero show I've ever seen. So if I'm debating right now which is the better season between season 2 and season 5, then that means season 5 is up there as well with one of the best TV series I've ever seen in superheroes. At least that's in my opinion. Obviously, that's not going to be everybody's opinion, but that's just my take. So yeah, season 5 and season 2, I cannot decide. Like, that's like choosing... I don't know. I don't know a good comparison, but it's a very hard choice for me. I cannot choose. But yeah, with me, it's the same thing. Like with Deathstroke is my favorite supervillain of all time. So of course, I'm going to be biased. But if I wasn't biased, the thing is, Prometheus is knocking on that door so hard. I'm very tempted to say that Prometheus is a better villain than Deathstroke. I'm willing to accept the fact that Prometheus is the best villain in the Arrowverse if I wasn't biased towards Deathstroke. But Deathstroke is definitely in the top three. No, top two, definitely top two in my opinion. So the top three, in my opinion, in the entire Arrowverse is Deathstroke, in no particular order: Deathstroke, Prometheus, Reverse Flash, and I'll add Captain Cold in there if it was top four.
I would say Reverse Flash number 1, then I would say Prometheus number 2, and then I would probably say, oh, this is a hard one for me. I actually really enjoyed Savitar for the most part. I thought he was really good, so I think Deathstroke number 3, and then I would say Savitar number 4, you know, tie in with Zoom. So
okay, yeah, Zoom will be my number 5, behind Captain Cold. Anyway, moving on. Will Elicity get back together, and will they get married?
So Elicity, I'm guessing they're gonna get back together. I don't want it to happen not because I don't like them together. They have chemistry and everything, but you know, I felt like season 4 was such a letdown. Like, it's worse than, I would say it's probably the worst DCTV show season of all time. Maybe worst superhero TV show season. But I think that's just down to the fact that the writing, you know, the scripts and the writing wasn't that good. And I felt like it was more shifted towards just full-on Elicity, full-on getting this wedding. And, you know,
Yeah, season 4, at the time, I said season 4 was better than season 3, but looking back on it, season 4 is definitely the worst season of Arrow, definitely one of the worst seasons of any CW show, looking back on it. But I did say season 4 was better than season 3 at the time, but that's not the case anymore. And yeah, that was mainly down to Elicity, the amount of attention it gave them. It just ruined the entire season. It wasn't about Arrow, it was about Elicity, in my opinion, and it was very disappointing. Regarding will they get married, there's rumors that they're going to be 2 weddings in Crisis on Earth X crossover, but I'm inclined to believe that it's going to start off with a West Island wedding, and then that wedding will get interrupted, and then they're going to get married again when they've solved their problem or whatever they're doing. That's how I think the 2 weddings are going to be involved in the crossover, I think. But will Elicity be added in that wedding? I'm probably going to say no, but there's always a chance. Okay, so moving off from Felicity. Okay, we've done question 5, Deathstroke or Prometheus. So the last topic for Arrow season 6, will season 6 of Arrow be its last? I want to start off this one because I just want to say, I just have a bad feeling about it. I don't know what it is. I just feel that season 6 is going to be the final season of Arrow.
For me, myself, I would say no, because, you know, they always compare Arrow to Supernatural. Supernatural's on 12 seasons, and everyone's like, there's some people that are like, Arrow's gonna just stop. Like, people thought it was gonna end at season 5, and I in my mind was like, I don't have any doubt that it's not going to stop, because, you know, they've got so much context to cover. They've got the whole of the comic book DC world, and they've got the Green Arrow comics they can take from the Batman comics. You know, they got infinite stories, really, and I feel like it's not going to stop after season 6. I think season 10 would be my choice if it were to end.
You think season 10? I don't think it will last as much as I would like it to last season 10, because Arrow is my favorite show. So I like it ahead of The Flash. Flash is the close second, but I like Arrow more. But yeah, I would not want Arrow to end ever, but I just have a bad feeling. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. I knew they weren't going to end it in season 5, obviously, but season 6, I don't know. I just have a feeling. But anyway, I could be wrong, because I'm usually wrong, you know, so you never know. I hope I'm wrong. That's all I have to say. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, so that is it for Arrow and The Flash. Now we're moving on to Supergirl, one of your favorite shows. I know Supergirl is one of your favorite shows, but it's not one of a lot of people's favorite shows. A lot of people don't really like the show. What do you like about Supergirl?
So overall for me, I would say one of the reasons why I actually really like it, like, a lot of people, there's a massive fandom, right, that do like it as well, but there's a lot of people that don't really like it. So for me, I would say what I enjoy so much about the show is just I really, really like the characters within the show, and I feel like a lot of their storylines are very compelling. And I think even though the downfall in the past seasons have definitely been the villains within the show, and I feel like this season is going to be really good because Rain looks awesome. And what overall I really like is obviously Melissa Benoist. I like the core cast mainly, and I feel like they are really good actors. They portray it well, and overall I would say the tone of the show is sort of in my swing. I kind of enjoy that sort of lighter tone, and even though I really enjoy like Arrow, which is a lot darker, I feel like having this more optimistic show, a bit more like The Flash, I would say it swings more to The Flash's sort of way. I feel like, I just get really excited for the show because I feel like it's a very exciting and exhilarating show to watch, in my opinion.
Okay, with me, the thing with Supergirl, I like Supergirl, and I don't think it's the weakest of the CW shows. I think it's on par with Legends, because here's how I see Supergirl and Legends. Here's how I compare the two. Season 1 of Legends, season 1 of Supergirl, I preferred Supergirl season 1. Season 2 of Legends and season 2 of Supergirl, I prefer season 2 of Legends. So with me, deciding which one I like better is going to be season 3. Season 3 is going to be the tiebreaker on me deciding which one I like better. So at the moment, I like them both the same. But with Supergirl, I don't know, like, it's an okay show. It's obviously not Flash or Arrow for me, in my opinion. But I just feel like they focus too much on the relationships and they don't focus too much on the Supergirl, in my opinion. That's the way I see it.
I feel like definitely that's sort of the picture that is portrayed in season 2. But then I feel like season 1 was actually, I really enjoyed it, and a lot of people did actually quite enjoy it because there was a lot of Supergirl and there wasn't too much in the relationship side of things. So I feel like season 3 is going to be a lot better for the people that don't really enjoy the relationship sides of the show. And there's going to be a lot more Supergirl, basically, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, so season 3 is going to start with Kara being more dark. She's going to focus more on being Supergirl rather than Kara Danvers. At least that's what I've heard. Like, I've heard that from set reports, and even the trailer even confirmed it, because Kara said that, I think she said something along the lines that she wants to focus on being Supergirl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that correct or something?
Kara Danvers was a mistake.
Yeah. That's it. That's the line. Kara Danvers was a mistake. So that means we're going to get a lot more Supergirl in Supergirl season 3, which I like. So I'm very hopeful for season 3. I'm very optimistic that season 3 is going to be the best Supergirl season so far. Okay, so this question was added late, but what are the chances of seeing Power Girl and Superboy?
Well, I think the TV version of Superboy is actually going to be Mon-El, so I don't think he's not going to be called Superboy. He's going to be called Valor, most likely, which is his comic book counterpart. But I do feel like they won't introduce Superboy, considering that Mon-El will, when he comes back, he will sort of play that role, because we know he's going to be coming back with the Legion of Superheroes. They have been confirmed, and it seems like that is really logical that Superboy wouldn't come if we have Mon-El on the TV show again. And regarding Power Girl, I would say probably not, considering that they would probably have to get Melissa Benoist to, act, because it's going to be a doppelganger, because in the comics, she's obviously from another Earth in the multiverse. And I feel like wouldn't go with that, to be honest, because, The Flash has done a lot with, different versions of themselves, and I think that's more to do with the Flash TV show rather than extending that to Supergirl.
Regarding Superboy, did you see my Superboy theory vid I posted like 2 months ago?
I think I missed that.
It was basically a theory on Superboy coming to season 3, because do you remember in season 2, Princess, what was her name again? Queen. I keep getting her name mixed up with Queen Rhea and Princess Leia from Star Wars. I don't know why I keep getting that name wrong. Yeah, in the theory, I said that because Queen Rhea took DNAs from both Mon-El and Lena Luthor, they're gonna mix those together and create a version of Connor Kent. Obviously, it's not gonna be called Connor Kent, because he's not related to Clark Kent, but his first name could be Connor. And Queen Rhea did say that she did intend to create a baby. And obviously we know that Superboy is half Superman, half Lex Luthor. So in the TV show, he could be half Mon-El, half Lena Luthor. That's the way I saw it. That was the theory that I've come up.
That's a good theory. But yeah, I think the way that could work, if they do that, I think he would probably have to be like maybe an evil version of Superboy, because I feel like, you know, having Mon-El as well might be a bit too much.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I definitely don't think he'll be good, because we've got too many good heroes right now. So yeah, definitely he'll be evil. Okay, second question. How will Sanvers end? Because it is confirmed that Sanvers is going to end. That's what I've heard anyway. So how do you think they're going to end?
Well, just to address this, because a lot of people, you know, have been going around this the wrong way, it was actually the actor, Floriana Lima's decision. I know you probably know this, but for a lot of people watching this, they probably don't know. Basically, the writers haven't just, you know, slagged her off and just ended the relationship abruptly. It was the actor's choice. She chose to move on to other projects, and she has the potential to come back. So I'm very... you know, I'm not upset. I really enjoyed Sanvers last season. I thought it was great character development for Alex. And I feel like the way that they could exit, the way that Sanvers and their wedding could be stopped, probably Maggie being transferred, probably something to do with work. That's what I would guess. Because I don't really see any other possibilities. I don't think they will break up. I think they will just only break up due to the fact that she has to move away. So I think she's going to be out of National City, basically.
Yo, with me, I don't really have an idea on how she could leave. Like you said, it could be just work related, really. Anyway, final question for Supergirl. What is your favorite episode?
Overall in any season, right?
Yeah, overall in any season.
I say I really enjoyed the Mirror episode in season 1. I think that's probably overall one of my favorites, because I actually have watched the show since the start, since the first episode came out. I saw it in adverts and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this show, I'm gonna give this a go. And then when I first watched it, I was like hearing that sort of theme song, and the theme song was amazing by Blake Neely, who obviously composes the other theme songs. And I was like, when she first took off, I was shivering. So I don't know, it was definitely the first episode. And same thing goes for Legends, really, because, you know, I was looking forward to it before, and I had a lot to look forward to. So yeah, for me, episode 1 of season 1.
Cool. My favorite episode was Falling. Do you remember that episode, Falling?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Red Kryptonite episode. Yeah. Episode 19 of season 1, I think. Yeah, I just love that. I love that episode so much. That is definitely one of my favorite episodes. Like, no, not one of my favorite episodes. It is my favorite episode. Like, I just enjoyed seeing Kara as a bad guy, and then the whole episode itself was just well paced. The acting itself was very good, and the ending as well, when she broke down in tears. Like, I just love that.
That was really good.
That was very good, that moment. And then my second favorite episode was the Flash crossover in season 1 as well.
I was freaking out when that happened.
Oh
my! The music, I started spazzing out. Just saying.
Oh, like the Flash crossover, like it just felt so. I don't know what. It just felt special seeing Flash crossover with Supergirl, who before wasn't a part of the Arrowverse. So it felt like this very special event. Even though it was a very special event, but it just felt so unique. It felt weird seeing that Flash and Supergirl crossover.
I feel like that was one of probably my favorite crossovers. Apart from, I really enjoyed the musical crossover. I would say that's probably my favorite crossover in the whole of the Arrowverse. I was just shivering. I was like, holy shit. When that came on, I was like, oh, I was gone.
With the musical crossover, the episode, I don't know what to feel about the musical episode. For me, it just feels a bit cheesy. That's the way I see it. It feels a bit cheesy, that episode. Even though it was a cool idea, I'm just not a big fan of musicals. I was, when I was much younger, I used to like High School Musical. That was probably my favorite movie of all time back in the day. High School Musical. That I loved musicals back in the day, but now I'm not a big fan of musicals anymore. So that's probably why I wasn't a big fan of the episode. Okay, but anyway, those are the topics for this week's podcast. Now, next week, we're going to be joined by Rogue Razor. And I just want to say thank you, Ben, for coming on. Hopefully you can come on. Yeah, hopefully you can come on next time. Like, I will definitely be asking you to come on next time, like another time. Maybe in the next few months, or we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, cool. But yeah, anyway, what do you guys think of this podcast and the idea of this podcast? Let me know what you think. Share your thoughts down below in the comments. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys later for more podcast videos.